Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 NBA plays for this January 16th 5-game slate here on DraftKings and FanDuel. I am stoked to be bringing this one to y'all. As always, this is going to be a really fun slate, though. We do have a pretty edgy slate here on our hands. I think that there's no real clear cash game route yet. We do have a couple guys projected high ownership, but those are more so the value plays rather than any of the studs. So jumping into this one, though, we are going to be talking about this Knicks and Phoenix Suns games first. So let's go ahead and jump right into this one. If y'all have not already, please do leave a like on the video. We greatly appreciate your support as always. And if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns for us, please leave them in the comment section below. We're happy to give y'all advice when we can. Now, jumping into this one, I already mentioned the Knicks and the Suns. We are going to start this video off with one of my absolute favorite players. I love Elfrid Payton. The Elf is in a really, really awesome spot tonight at just 5.5K. He has a 21% usage rate on the year and has just been very efficient, absorbing a ton of minutes from guys that are injured. DSJ, Dennis Smith Jr., as well as Frank Ntilikina. He's definitely been thriving. And like I said, he's been very efficient. That past game 2 days ago against Milwaukee was more of an outlier, shooting just 6 attempts from the field and going 1 for 6. So I'm not really concerned with that recent performance by any means. Milwaukee is the top defensive rated team in the league right now. Granted, they are also the fastest. Phoenix is actually the 10th fastest, though, so this is a really solid pace-up spot. He's going to continue seeing significant run, probably around like 28 to 30 minutes tonight, I would assume. Like I said, the Phoenix Suns, this is a solid pace-up spot for him. This should be a really good spot for a facilitator, like Elfrid Payton is. He's not just going to be a true scorer. That's not where a bulk of his fantasy points are coming from. They're coming from these other columns: his steals, his assists, and his rebounds as well. He's only cracked 10 plus assists in one game out of his last 10 here. This could be a solid spot for him to actually make that happen again. I would not be surprised to see him crack a double-double for the first time, and he doesn't even have one on his game log. I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks now since he last. It was about 3 weeks ago. I think he popped a double-double. It was a near triple-double when he had a pretty much a ceiling game. But this is a good spot for him to make something like that come to fruition here against this Suns team, who is without Kelly Oubre tonight. The Suns are middle of the pack defensively against opposing point guards on the year, but as of late, they've been exceptionally poor. Elfrid Payton's been averaging over a fantasy point per minute on the season, actually well over a fantasy point per minute on the season, and he just shouldn't have any issue with this 5.5K price tag tonight, so I love him a ton. But jumping over to my second favorite play, as always, I have him pulled up over here on FanDuel for you. That is on the other side of the ball. Devin Booker, finally getting a pretty respectful price tag over here on DK. I believe he's 9K even. He's getting a much more, like I said, respectful price tag. He's just been kind of underpriced with these 8.2Ks, 8.4K price tags like he's been over here on DraftKings as of late. It was kind of easy to play him there. I think this 9K price tag and 8.8K here on FanDuel, it's probably going to scare some people off, and I like that quite a bit. He has a 29% usage rate on the year, and like I mentioned, they are without Kelly Oubre tonight, who is definitely one of their primary scorers on this Suns team. With Oubre off the court, he gets a 3% usage boost to over 32%. So it's a pretty significant boost for a guy like Devin Booker here, who's already going to be running the offense. Well, obviously Rubio is going to be running the offense, but in terms of true scoring, he is going to be that guy. He's priced up a little bit from where he has been, like I mentioned, and I just think that's going to lower his ownership percentage, scare some people off of him, and give us that edge that we love here at Sharp Sports Network. This could be a ceiling night for Book. I would not be surprised to see him drop 40 real points. He's done it once as of the last 10 games or so, but I think this is a really, really solid spot for him against the Knicks team. He's averaging over 1.2 fantasy points per minute on the year, over 1.26 as of the last 10-game stint. This is a prime opportunity for him to drop a ceiling game on us. He's a very, very fun player to watch, and this is a really strong spot for him against a team who's relatively weak on the perimeter. So definitely looking forward to watching him pull up from beyond the arc quite a few times tonight. But let's jump over back to DraftKings to talk about my last play for you guys here, and that is going to be at a 6K price tag, I believe, 6K even, Aaron Gordon for this Orlando Magic team. Aaron Gordon has a 21% usage rate on the year, and after playing very well the last couple of games, he's going to really look to keep the ball rolling tonight. I actually like this matchup more than most people probably do. It's definitely an attractive price tag at $6K. We're getting a much higher ceiling than people like to give Aaron Gordon for when we play him. The Clippers are the 7th fastest team in the league, so it is a very strong pace-up spot for a guy like Aaron Gordon. I think that he should be relied on heavily on both ends of the court, but more so offensively tonight as a primary scorer for this team. I wouldn't be surprised if he shot the ball upwards of 16, 17 times tonight. We've seen that like twice, I think, on his last 10 games or so. 3 times, I guess. But regardless, I think this is going to be a game where he's going to be relied on as a scorer quite a bit. His double-double upside is a little capped in terms of rebounding. He's not really going to get those double-doubles through assists, but his rebounding upside is kind of capped tonight. The Clippers are a very strong rebounding team. But that doesn't really concern me too much. I think that the real points are going to be there. Obviously, he'll still grab some boards, hopefully get a couple steals and a block or something like that. But don't be shocked if this game stays more competitive than Vegas is projecting it to. I think the Clippers are 11.5-point favorites right now. Again, like I mentioned, it's a strong pace-up spot for a guy like Aaron Gordon. I absolutely love him here. If he's heating up from the field, if he's shooting effectively like he has been as of late, over 50% for the most part from the field as of late, this should be a no-issue price tag at just $6K for a guy like him. And honestly, I think that he's getting a little bit overlooked on a slate like this when we have a lot of guys in this mid-range and upper price range that we're targeting along with some opened-up value with some of the guard situations like, for example, Denver and things like that going on. But that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and watching today's video. I have so much fun doing these every single day. I hope that you guys are enjoying the content we're pushing out. The last couple videos have actually been a little icy cold, so we're gonna try to get the fire to back tonight. I hate putting out these videos and the 3 plays I talk about miss, but there's not much you can do sometimes. Like when yesterday, for example, we had a couple guys in really strong spots at low price tag, and it just did not work out for us. So we're gonna try to bring that heat back that we had just last week. Actually, we were on an absolute heater, so we're going to bring that back tonight. We will be live streaming on Twitch right around 4:30 Eastern. Make sure you come out to that. The link is in the description below. And again, I will see you at the live stream later, or I will see you in tomorrow's video. But good luck to everybody playing this slate tonight.